Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. What we're going to go over today is a move out clean. We want to make sure that you understand how to systematically, that's the key, is systematically cleaning when we're doing a move out clean. You can take sometimes way too long if you don't do it systematically and with a right approach. So I'm going to do my best not to miss anything here. So we'll do a couple questions at the end, just in case there are any questions from a couple of our team members that are here. So key number one, when you enter in the room, what you want to do is, remember, you want to approach it with a systematic approach, and you want to get your equipment basically set up in one spot. I often will clean a little area, maybe in a corner, just quickly clean out an area, and then you can put your equipment in an area that's convenient. That way, again, your stuff's not all over the place. You know where it is. You can come to it and get what you need when you need it. Okay? So we're going to remember a principle: top to bottom, left to right. And we don't want to miss baseboards. We don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to pretend in this room that I'm going to be going around. So let's start with dusting. You want to dust the high. You want to knock everything from the top down to the bottom. Okay? So what we're going to do is I would make sure my broom is clean. Okay? So you can either use your vacuum and suck the broom bristles, make sure your broom's clean. But you're going to start, often there's cobwebs and things on the ceiling. So I'm going to start in one corner, and the idea is that I'm working my way all the way around the whole room. Okay, so I'm going to come like here. I'm seeing some dust and some cobwebs. I'm going to come up here. You're going to dust here. Any of these high points, you're going to get all the high points right now. Down the corner, go along the baseboard, along the top of anything. Okay, so all of that, I'm confident now. All of that is all clean. I'll do the window after. Okay, then you're going to keep coming this way, and you're looking at the ceiling as you go as well to make sure that everything is clean and looking good. Okay, then you're going to come back on the baseboard, top of the fixtures. Usually these just need a nice dust like this, just a quick dust along the top of them. Use the bristles. Don't push too hard. Let the end of the bristle do the work. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, this area is all dusted. That was very quick. I'm going to look back at the lights as well. You're going to give that a little dust if you notice anything. Other than that, it looks great. Okay? So that's all your high dusting. You're going to literally do that around the whole house or the whole apartment or room. And then you're confident at that point, when you've done that thoroughly, everything has been dusted to the floor. If it's something that you can't get with your broom, you're going to use a dusting cloth. Some people use Swiffers. Whatever tool you prefer is fine, but generally a microfiber cloth is going to work great. So anything that's a little more detailed, like in here, you're going to do a quick dust with this. And again, systematically, we're going down, and we're dusting everything. The goal is not that everything is absolutely perfect, but it does need to be done thoroughly and well. So this area is looking good now. And again, not paying a crazy attention to detail, because a lot of these move-out cleans, that's not what they're looking for. They just want it all to look good overall, especially in like a student housing type of situation. That all is looking good. Okay. If I see a stain, I'm going to grab. This is just a regular cleaning product. That while I'm dusting, and generally, actually, I should have had that. I should have that on my belt if I need it. And if I see a spot that's not coming out, I'm going to hit it a little bit, very, very lightly, just to dampen the cloth. And then I'm going to give that a little quick clean and polish to make sure all that looks good. Okay. And again, so I'm just looking down here. There's a little drip coming down the wall. So again, I'm just going to hit that really lightly. I didn't need to soak it down. Very quick. It cleaned it. So again, all this to me is now, that's complete. Okay? So that's how you would go around everywhere, and you would dust and do little basically a spot clean to knock everything down to the floor. Okay? So that would be your dusting. Then the next item that we're going to look at is, I'm just going to, while I'm out here, finish going through. Okay, so we're going to pretend that we're doing the whole room systematically. We've already done the high dusting. We've done the touch up on the walls as well as we've gone. So we literally have done the baseboards as well. We've knocked that down to the ground. If you're finding that there is buildup on the baseboards, here's an example. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We've made a hot hot water and some dish soap bucket. We're going to have a microfiber cloth in this, and this is going to get fairly dirty. So as soon as it gets dirty, you just change the water. But we want to keep it quite clean. But yeah. Anyways, you want to keep it quite clean. So what we're going to do here, if you see buildup on the top of these baseboards, let's just say sweeping it did not get it clean, you're going to use your bucket of hot water with a microfiber cloth, and you're just going to get down and basically just give it a little wash. Okay? So you just go along and you just give the top of the baseboard a quick little wash. If they're really bad, you might want to spray them down with a product first. You go around and spray them with a product, and then within about 2 minutes you're going to wipe it down with this cloth, and that should also clean those baseboards nicely. Okay? Then, after you're getting everything down to the floor, what you're going to do then, you're either going to give it a quick sweep if there's items that are too big for the vacuum, and then if not, we usually like to use the vacuum system, so it does a nice thorough job, and you want to get in the corners as well. So first thing you want to do each job, empty your vacuum, check it, make sure that it's working, make sure that the filter, or make sure that it's clean, make sure that the filter has been cleaned properly, and that it's on properly. You're going to put that on, and then with your vacuum, I'm not going to turn it on right now, but obviously you're going to very thoroughly vacuum the whole area. Go back and forth and making sure that it's all vacuumed nicely. To get into the corners, I would pull the piece off like that, and you're gonna get this right down into the corners. Okay, go along the edges so you can suck thoroughly and make sure that they're clean in the corners. Also, a really neat little tool with this vac kit is this brush end attachment. You can slide that right onto the end of this, which is also amazing. If you're having to do something that's got a little more height, or you just need to get into an area with the brush, then you can put this on. It also works well up in corners and in edges that you need to clean at a higher level. Okay, so once your floors are vacuumed and cleaned properly, I'll just pop that back on. So now your floors are nice and clean, but they're not mopped yet. Then we have our mop that is hot and ready with a little bit of, we have our Spectaculoso product in it, which smells really nice, and it does a nice clean on the floor as well. So we're going to use this mop, and you're just going to do a nice systematic clean to the floor, so that you're making sure you're getting all areas. If there's areas that aren't coming up, you just stop, obviously, and make sure you detail that area well. Okay? But we have the mop system that's going to do the floors that way. Right now, I'm going to give a quick overview of the chemicals. Okay? So just basically having a look at them and let you know what product you want to use for what. Okay, so we have our Oxford TB. This has a 1 minute dwell time to kill the coronavirus, to kill bacteria, and different viruses that we want to kill. So this is the product that we're using. So all the touch points get done with this. The main touch points, door handles in the bathroom. We want to make sure that the toilet handles, all the touch points that we know about. Okay, so that is our disinfectant product, which is very, very important that we use. Spectaculoso is another chemical. It's basically just a cleaning chemical that smells nice. That's another product that can be used in different areas. This is our AF79 concentrate. So this is it's a disinfectant, but it's not a disinfectant at the same level as this one. So we don't use that one to thoroughly disinfect. The advantage to this product is it has a cleaning agent in it as well. So more than this is just a disinfectant, this will do some sort of disinfection and and it will also clean at the same time as a cleaning agent in it. So it's often good to use this in the bathrooms. Okay, we have our Spectaculoso. It's a product we recommend. It smells really nice. As I said, we're using it on the floors. Smells really nice and cleans well. This product, this Murphy's Oil, is a concentrated wood cleaner. So it is often used on hardwood floors or wooden floors. So it's a product that we have in our kit. It can be used if it's the right application. So it works really well on hardwood floors. We have Dawn dish soap. Okay, so this is also used as we've put that in this bucket. It's a good degreaser and works really well on different applications, whether it be cleaning in the kitchen. We definitely like it used in the kitchen if there's some greasy counters and areas like that need to be cleaned. So that's a good general cleaner as well. CLR, we have this product for any buildup. A lot of the time there's buildup around taps in the kitchen, bathroom. So please use this in the shower areas as well. We like to use the foam application because it'll actually go on and it'll stick on for a few minutes while you're letting it eat away at the buildup that's on there. So that's a great product for any buildup around the taps. We also have the Deep Blue Glass Cleaner. This is obviously used for glass in general, and sometimes I find we can use the Spectaculoso spray and not even necessarily have to use the glass cleaner. So, but it's a good product for drying streak free, and so it's another product we have in our kit if needed. We use Scrubbing Bubbles in the washrooms. It does a very good job with removing the scum that's in bathtubs and showers. So that's a great product for that. Easy Off Oven Cleaner. We generally like to get the fume free. That's what this one is. The fume, the Easy Off that is not fume free can be very, very hard to work with. Again, with all of these chemicals, please always be cautious of what you're breathing in. We do not want you breathing in chemicals that can cause a lot of harm, and we take that very seriously. So at times with a product like this, you need to basically just spray it, shut the door, and come back. And follow the instructions on the back of that. Okay, but that is used for the ovens. Goo Gone. Okay, this product, you might have glue or something on windows or different areas throughout a home or a clean that we're doing. That product there as well, just again, use it where needed. It's important to have it as a part of our kit. Stainless steel cleaner, you'll find there's a lot of kitchen appliances that have stainless steel now, and so again, nothing really cleans them like a good stainless steel cleaner. So again, use these the way that they're supposed to be used. Generally the whole area, like if it's the front of a fridge, the whole area needs to be wet with this product, and then you basically, with a clean cloth, you polish it out. Again, you can follow the directions, and that works very, very well. The other product we're going to pull out here that we like to use is Betco's Stix Toilet Bowl Cleaner. This product is amazing and smells great for the toilets. It also can be used at times for, like the CLR product. Also, we've used it around taps at times, and it works very well. But it is ultimately, it's the toilet bowl cleaner that we use. Okay. We have our safety kit in here. Very important that you have that on you for obvious reasons. We have for around the kitchens, the kitchen sinks, and just areas in the location that you're working in. I recommend, I'll just make this point now, I recommend wearing cargo pants. I have about 6 different pockets that I can keep cloth in. I like to keep a clean cloth and what I would consider a dirtier cloth. Sometimes you need to get in under areas that are just dirty. So I like to keep a dirtier cloth that I can kind of get down and clean something with. And then I like to always keep another one on me that is more for just polishing. Because you'll find as you're going through, there's sometimes something needs a really heavy kind of wipe. So you have a dirty cloth. Other times you'll find, oh, there's just a little smidge or something on something, and you have a nice detailed cloth that you always keep on you. These are also two tools that I love to keep on me at all times. This little detail brush can be used for all kinds of different things. You just spray a little product. If you see some buildup, you get in with your toothbrush and you give it a little scrub. And once it's clean, you can, or once it's still dirty, you can use your dirty cloth, give it a wipe, and then you can give it another spray and a polish. That application you can use in many different areas throughout the location that you're cleaning. So the detail brush is awesome to keep on you. I like to keep that right in my right pocket. This is my tool pocket. And then generally I keep this pocket open for garbage. I also find as you're going around cleaning and detailing, you just find the odd little thing that you don't want to keep running back to the garbage. The key is to be efficient. So if you have a little garbage pocket on you, you can grab something, put it in your pocket. At the end of the job, I usually clean my pocket out and I throw it out. This tool is another very, very important tool. It is a razor blade. We like getting these little yellow ones because they're tiny, they fit in your pocket well. They're from Canadian Tire. And a lot of these items are from Canadian Tire. You flip the blade around so it stays very safe because you can keep it flipped inward so it stays, so it's not sharp. But when you need it, you pop it out quickly and you get down. If it's gum on the floor or even heavy tap buildup, you can just use the blade and it's a big help, okay? So these are a couple tools that are very important. I recommend keeping on you at all times when you're cleaning and detailing. Okay, now just getting to the end of the couple pieces of equipment that we have here. In the kitchen, I have found over time that these SOS pads, I've found they've become my best friend when it comes to cleaning. Sinks, now you have to be very cautious that you don't scratch chrome with them. But if it's in a sink, I find they're incredible. If you're in a stove that is really bad, you're cleaning a stove, these are incredible. So basically what you do is you make sure you have the majority of all the buildup out of the stove, and then you get in there. You get in there with a wet SOS pad. You start scrubbing. These do incredible jobs in any tough area in the kitchen. SOS pads do an amazing job. We also have these blue scrub pads, which also you'll find different applications that you need them for, just as a gentle scrub. They're great for that. These little metal balls that we use are also very, very helpful in a lot of stoves or something that's really tough, that has a tough surface that you're not concerned about scratching. Please always be cautious not to scratch anything. But in an area like, again, with the SOS pad, and then maybe one of these as well in a stove, works wonders. Okay, so those tools we like to keep in our standard kit. We have the small detail brush that I showed you. We have a mid-size brush that I showed you that we had, which just went, I believe, was being used. So we have basically a mid-size brush, and then we have a larger scrub brush. These are great for in the big shower areas when they're all soaked down, and then you can give it a good scrub and rub with this one. Then that's very helpful. The other item we like to always make sure is a part of our cleaning kit is a number of magic erasers. On walls, on different areas, they are incredible, and sometimes nothing else will take it off but a magic eraser. So they're very, very important to have a part of your kit. A big thing is on walls. And any area that you need to try something. If something's not coming off, try the magic eraser in almost any situation, see if it'll help. Okay? So that's great. We have garbage bags in our kit as well too. So if we show up and there's no garbage bags around, then we have garbage bags to be able to collect the garbage. Okay? So one other point I want to make: when you come into a room, sometimes there is debris around. There, for example, here I'll just come over here. Items like this, where the customers have just left items laying around. First thing you want to do after you've set up your kit so that it's all in the spot you want it, go throughout the whole place, collect anything like this stuff that you know is obviously needing to go in the garbage or get out one way or another, and take those items. I would recommend, if they're not too big and not too much, just put them right out in the hallway or put them just outside somewhere. That would be great. Then you're creating a clutter-free atmosphere that you can work in. Okay? Then you're going to get into your equipment. You're going to do your dust. You're going to go through the whole process at that point. Now, I also recommend starting on the outsides. For example, in this place, there's a kitchen kind of central. we have a bathroom here, we have a bunch of rooms on the outside. I personally, I like to feel that sense of accomplishment where you're like, okay, I've already gotten one thing done. And so when you set up all your equipment at first, we have our mop ready to go, we have our vac ready to go, we have our bucket ready to go with hot water, hot sudsy water in it. We are prepared now for the clean. And so what I would do is I would go around and do all that high dusting, like I said, in all of the areas, including the kitchen. You can just do that quick high dust, knock all the dust to the floor. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the outside bedrooms and the outside rooms. And we're actually going to do the vacuuming before getting into the kitchen, before getting into the bathrooms. We're going to actually clean those rooms because they're generally pretty quick. You can vacuum them, you can mop them out, and you can even just shut the door. Then you know, it gives you that feeling of 75% of the clean is already done and you already feel like you're getting somewhere. And then you can finish maybe the living room, and then you know all you have left, you have the bathroom and the kitchen. What you can do at that point, I would do the bathroom last, because sometimes you need to, pull some, if the fridge is really bad, for example, a little tip is to take the drawers and everything out, you can put them right into the bathtub and clean them in the bathtub, because you can get lots of water and shower pressure on them. So that's effective sometimes to use that strategy. So I would just save the kitchen and the bathroom for the last, make sure everything's done, closed off. You're just working in one little area now, you're not running all over the place, you're focused in one section at a time. When there's two people working, then just divvy up the work. Potentially the kitchen generally takes longer, so maybe somebody will get started in the kitchen to start doing the detail, that's fine. But generally it's the same concept. You're working your way from the outside in, so that you kind of get yourself narrowed down to a little spot that you're just working in, then you finish that final spot and you're out the door. Sound good? Does that make sense? Wonderful. Any other pointers I can give at this point? I think that's it. Again, the fridge sometimes is really bad. The whole point is you want to declutter first in any situation. Declutter first, so if there's stuff all over, get all the garbage out and into a garbage bag, okay? And then if something needs some soaking time, you know it's gonna have to soak for 15-20 minutes. We'll get that soaking happening a little bit as well, as long as it's not making you go all over the place. Then you just want to do that systematically as well. So, do we have a couple quick questions? Anything that you feel I've missed that you're wondering about? Yes, Sean, go ahead.
Is there any tricks that you give us to clean a microwave that's really caked with a bunch of food or anything?
Very good question. One trick I think that is very helpful. If you take even a bowl, if you have a bowl that's microwavable of water, put water in it, put it in the microwave for about a minute or so. That actually, I believe, softens everything up inside, which is kind of a neat idea. If that works, then you can do that. The second option I would say is use a clean microfiber cloth. It's a food area, so you want to make sure you have a clean cloth. Get really hot, run it under really, really hot water, and then wring it out quite well, and then just do a quick wipe first to basically dampen. A huge tip in cleaning anything is to pre-soak. When you pre-soak, and by the way, hot water cleans all kinds of things, even on its own if it's really hot water. So if anything is looking like it's got a lot of buildup, you need to pre-soak it. Let it soak for a minute or two even. Like the strategy I just said, that hot water, soak the whole thing down. Not too wet because obviously it's an electronic. But you pre-soak it, and then you'll find when you go back in about a minute and do that again, 90% of everything falls off at that point. And obviously to pull out anything that's loose, like the tray that moves, you can pull all of that stuff out and clean it in the sink, but then the rest of it you can do with that approach. Does that help?
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, well I think that's good. Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. And remember to go in with a systematic approach, work your way in and work yourself so that you keep very organized as you're going through the process, and you'll find you'll stay on track. And the key is as well with the time frame, just remember if you have a time frame of say 4 hours to do a job, then you want to quickly break down in your mind how long you're going to spend on each item. And if you know that that you have 4 hours, for example, you know, say you would have an hour in the kitchen, an hour in the bathroom, and you'd have 2 hours to finish the rest of it. And if you break it down in your mind that way, then you'll stay on track for time as well. So thank you all again. You're doing an amazing job, and I hope these tips help today, and have an amazing day.